martillo, which is this. When you play the larger drum, the hembra, the female drum, you're using most of this part of your hand. The hand comes straight off. You're not muting it. Just let it ring out. Quite relaxed, fingers together. When you play the higher drum, the macho, often some players like that. But I think it's more common you're playing really with the fingertips, sort of here.
Does most of the force go on the index finger?
Yeah, perhaps. It's I'm sure everyone has their own style. The way I was taught was like this. So your hand's quite relaxed, actually.
Are the heads very tightly tuned as well?
Yeah, that's very important. And with good bongos, you should be able to tune this head right up. When I first started playing bongos, I had them tuned so low I didn't realise that you could really crank them up. And this part here, you're playing a mute. So that motion. And often the bongo player will play a repique or a riff over the top, sort of like little solos, and that's going to be in clave as well. For example, just that. We might just play this. Another important thing is that that's very constant, that stroke. Don't be tempted to accent the open stroke and play it like it's called the martillo because it's the matic, isn't it, in Spanish?
It's the hammer. It's the hammer.
It's a hammer. So my arm is just really...
I will say that for the purposes of 5 weeks, if you master the martillo, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, the bongos do have the improvising role in son, and they have all sorts of variations. It's a huge study. So if you get into the bongos, the person you probably want to see is Dave Patman. He's the bongo specialist in the UK.
He plays with, he tours with Buena Vista.
Yeah, Omara Portuanda. But for the purposes of this, martillo is what you need to concentrate on.
The good thing about the Cuban percussion, if you can master the basics and get the technique right, you're winning. You know, you don't need all the licks and solos. If you get a gig playing this, that's great. Play that solidly.
The groove and connecting is the most important bit, and getting the breaks really tight. If you vary things too much, the whole teamwork thing can fall apart.
Some people get carried away, don't they? Percussionists get excited, about, and it's really you've got to be conscious of being part of a percussion section. Like in an orchestra, I suppose. You can't just go and do your own thing and solo too much. You need to be really aware of.
But out of the percussion section, the bongos do have more leeway than the rest of them.
Definitely.
Dynamic sections.